What's going on, guys? This is Netrunner here again with an update for the Hayley Kaplan Universal Scholar deck. Before starting, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone that took the time to watch the video, provide feedback, comments, emails, whatever have you, on the various places that I had posted the video. I took a lot of your feedback into account, myself and Jack, and we came with a bunch of changes to the deck to help speed it up. The issues that we were finding with it, number one was the Icebreaker suite was kind of difficult to work with. It wasn't as fast as we had thought that it would be. Study Guide, although it is a very strong card, a very good card, Code Gatebreaker, it does take a lot of time and a lot of thinking of when to actually boost it up throughout the game to help yourself get in, and then using the stealth or dagger, which requires stealth cards to break, or stealth credits to break subroutines, was also problematic too, because it slows the deck down. You're kind of waiting around for your ghost runners and other things such as cloak in order to use dagger, and it really slowed the deck down in such a way that gave the corp a chance to gain some early momentum while you're busy building up your rig. And then the third thing was having Beach Party and Starlight Crusade funding taking a click meant that you weren't really able to play either your Starlight Crusade or your Beach Party too early, because you wanted to make sure that you at least had adjusted chronotype in your hand before doing so. So again, that was another thing that slowed the deck down. The fourth thing was the fact that we were busy juggling, for those of you who tried the deck, busy juggling trying to trigger Hayley Kaplan's ability, which is that you can play two cards of the same type on the same click, with Comet's ability, which is that you can play two events on the same click. It kind of made the deck a little bit janky and a little bit difficult to play efficiently, because you're pretty much worried about getting those triggers to pop off more so than anything else. And so taking the same idea of the deck and the same core cards, the major update that was made, and you can also watch a video of me playing it, is to switch Hayley to Chaos Theory, which I'll show that deck list right here. So starting off, the one major change obviously is that we had to play around with the influence a little bit, because we took out the stealth icebreakers. In playing with the influence, a card that I myself went for right out of the gate was Hacktivist Meeting. When I saw this card in Breaker Bay, I thought that it was going to be a pretty, not game-changing card, but one that kind of bothers the corp a little bit and makes them have to think before they do things. So as additional cost to res non-ice cards, the corp must randomly trash a card from HQ. And Hacktivist Meeting is nice because it, even though it's a current, it's still an event, and it's something that you can trigger off of Comet. And so now when you're playing against corps, they have to consider, do they really want to lose a card at random every time they res an asset or an upgrade? So before I play my Adonis campaign, res it, or my Jackson, for example, I have to really consider what are the chances that the card that I randomly lose from my hand is going to be one that has a negative effect on future turns. And so you'll find that the corp doesn't res many cards that they have played out, so there's a lot of dead cards on the field. And you'll also find that it's a tell for when they're playing an agenda or trying to sneak one out very quickly. So Hacktivist Meeting is a good card to have. Plus, with all the recursion in the deck, you'll get to play this at least 3 times due to Levy AR. Moving next over to the breakers, which were one of the central issues of running the Hayley Kaplan deck. The breakers are switched to a much more robust and efficient breaker suite. So battering ram, 2 copies, 1 copy of Garrote, and 2 copies of Gordian Blade. At first glance, they seem like they're pretty expensive. Garrote obviously is 7 credits to play. Battering ram is 5 credits to play, which is a total of 12, plus Gordian Blade, so 16 credits total to get your breaker suite out. However, as you can see, for those of you who have tried the deck, it makes money very quickly, and so you're able to play all 3 of these if you wanted to out in one turn. And if you don't believe me, you can watch the video that was uploaded earlier today regarding the update, or showing me playing the update. So the breaker suite was the second major change, and then the third one was in order to drop a copy of adjusted chronotype, we switched from Beach Party to 3 copies of Public Sympathy. One, because now you don't have to worry about losing that click, and you're not really dependent upon finding adjusted chronotype too early. It kind of gives you a little bit more time. And then at the end of the day, you're still getting +6 added to your hand size, even though it does cost 6 credits to play out all the Public Sympathies, and if you don't have Hayley's ability to play, let's say two or three of them in one turn efficiently, it still ends up working out pretty well, because if you have one in play, or even 2 in play, and you run your game day, you're still drawing a lot of cards, so it makes it pretty worth it. So again, those are the changes. That's really all that there is. For those of you that aren't really too interested in having Hacktivist Meeting in the deck, I would suggest dropping the copy of Hacktivist Meeting and throwing in a second copy of Adjusted Chronotype, just to make sure that you're finding it fairly quickly. That way, when you have Starlight Crusade out, you're not losing that click. However, having only 1 copy of Starlight Crusade, you generally only would need 1 copy of Adjusted Chronotype. Even if you're playing and you're losing that 1 click because you have Starlight out, or if you decide not to play Starlight and just run the doubles as is, because you have Comet and you're able to play that second double and only lose 1 click, there's still something to gain from that. So it just takes a little bit of the focus off of finding your resources, and it speeds up the building of your rig a little bit and allows you to apply pressure a lot quicker, because you have these better breakers out. So again, those are the updates to the deck. If you have any more questions, comments, feedback, whatever have you, I'd love to hear it. I'm sure Jack would love to hear it as well. And like I said, there is now a video already uploaded of myself playing this updated version using Chaos Theory against a Making News deck, and I plan to also have a couple more Chaos Theory videos playing against different corps in the near future as we prep for regional season. Last thing, I would prefer a little bit of feedback on the video quality of the casual matches that have been recorded so far. The plan is to start recording tournament matches, regionals, nationals, etc. So any feedback would be greatly appreciated on the angle, whether you'd prefer an angle from the side or an over top view, or whatever have you. So as always, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and feel free to let me know how it has worked out for you or any changes that you've made. Take care.